Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cathril and today we're here for episode 16 of Let's Play Factorio Megabase. And today we're going to start working on making at least electric engines. But first we're going to solve our power problem. So we need boilers, we need steam engines, and we're going to need a pump, 10 steam engines, and we need more boilers. Do I have enough belts? Yes, I have. And let's see where I parked the car, all the way down here. And then we're going towards our power plant and start setting up an additional column for more power. And at this rate we'll have to see if we can start setting up a solar build as well in the near future, and therefore we're going to need accumulators and such. But for now we'll keep doing it with our coal power plant. And as you can see, this is one reason why our power setup is failing at the moment. There's not enough coal throughput. And that's a little bit unfortunate, but like we already said while we tried to set it up, it was to be expected. But we already made some preparation, so I forgot only the stone for making some more boilers. But stone is pretty close, so. And we can load up our car as well. Oh. And as you can see, I have quite a bit of wood in there as well. Should be 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 14 boilers and 10 steam engines will give you 100% power output. Some will do with 13, which gives about 99%. I might have 13 actually. No, I got 14. So we're having full power output. And that's shotgun. Let's see. Let's go for shotgun speed. That's that. And all we have to do is hook on water and then all should be fine. So we might have to place the pump a little bit on an odd location, yeah. To be expected. Some pipes, and we should have increased power. There we go. And as you can see, it's working properly. So back to base. Start making some factories for our steam engine build, because we're going to need steam engines in order to make robot frames, and robot frames are being used to make the certain robots, logistics robots and construction robots. And since this base is a little bit dependent of robots, we want to have quite a big setup for that. So in order to achieve, we're going to make 8 factories, which has 2 belts running through, and output is on the outside of the factory. which is going to make that. And we're going to need loop as well, as you can see. Loop there, loop there. So in order to make one engine unit, we need the engine unit, of course, but we also need electronic circuits. And we're going to use one belt for electronic circuits and one belt for steam engines. That way we always sure that there are enough ingredients on the belt to make enough engine units. And as you can see, we can tap it straight from the top here and rebalance them, of course. That one should be there. Let's face them the same way. And another factory output on this side. Run it into a splitter again. One there. And I want a smart insert with a chest being limited to 2 stacks, which is going to pick up all the required steam or electric units. As for power, or first let's hook these up to each other, and then on the outside going to hook it up. Let's make some more of those. And I want to have a storage tank. Like this. A factory up here. And this one is going to throw the lubricant out in there, in the storage. And we need a active provider and a requested chest. Since we don't have a full network yet, it's not possible. We have to do it manually a couple of times. But what it's going to do is it's going to request lubricant barrels, 100 of them each time. They get emptied into the storage tank and they got taken out into the active provider chest, and the empty barrels will be taken to a central storage area, probably around here. It's a nice open space where we can store all our materials. And what it's going to do, it's going to pick it up from our oil facility. It's a long flight, but we'll have to make it work so we don't have to run a full line. Yeah, basically that's it. Let's hook these up with pipe. Let's get all the different inserters in place. That one there. And let's power that up. Let's get some power poles. Let's hook up that one. Let's get that one powered as well. Let's get military 3. And let's get it connected. Now it should start making units. Let's get some fast inserters for the output. And it looks like I'm going to need more power than I anticipated, but that's not really a big problem. Can be done quite easily. And we're also going to place some lights, of course, since you guys love lights. No, basically me, I have a kick for lights. I don't like the dark. Alright, that's our setup for steam engines. Nice, that's that one. Let's get tanks. Probably done very quickly, but that doesn't really matter. Okay. As for our tanks, our barrel systems, we don't have a full system for it. Personal roboport. We're going to make a place where they can make the barrels. We need a factory, and all it requires is steel, so it's very easily done. And we're going to use a smart inserter for that. It's going to make empty barrels, and we're going to put it in a passive provided chest, which we are going to limit to we're going to limit to 1 row, since they store it with 10 barrels, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 barrels. And also start making some storage chests where we can make our facility. Let's go for cargo size. So we want to have 1, 3, 4. Here's going to be our storage center, where all the items are going to be stored. So for example, these boxes are not really necessary anymore, where I dump all my excess material. I can start putting it in here. All the things I don't require. That. Barrel sticks. Things I don't really need anymore will be stored there. Also the empty barrels are going to be stored there. Next thing we want to do is we have a loop unloader, but we need to load it as well. And in the meanwhile, let's make some empty barrels. But we want to load our loop. Oh, sorry, power pole. Let me fix you before I'll kill you next time. And our complete oil facility is without any power. We want to start loading our loop, and we want to have a requester and a provider. No, a passive provider, sorry. And passive provided there, requested there. This one is going to request 100 empty barrels. This is going to fill barrels with lube, and this one is going to take those out. For now, I'm just going to block it off like this. We need power, and we want a light. So we can start giving it some barrels. And as you can see, it's starting to fill those barrels up. In a while we can pick them up, bring them to our facility, and once we have enough, it should start making more and more. So let's take these 14 barrels with us. And take them to our steam engine facility. There we go. Insert them in here. And as you can see, these are unloading, putting it into the storage tank. And they are producing steam engines now. Or electric engines, sorry. I keep getting them wrong. The next thing we want to make are roboports, of course. Let's get speed, logistics speed. Since roboports are essential for a logistics network, and it's taking 45 steel, 45 gear wheels and 45 circuits. It's requiring quite a few materials, but we only need one factory producing them, so it's not really a big pain to make. Actually, let's switch it a little bit higher. So we want red circuits coming in here. Let's do 2 of those. We want to have yeah, well, let's do speed 2. What did I say we needed? Roboports, gears, and steel. So we want steel here. Steel coming in from here. And this will be one of the last times that we're probably going to need steel on the main bus, but I like to run them, keep them running with me. That way I can always request something if needed, or I don't know. And we want a gear wheel facility. Gears, which requires iron. And speed 2 is done. Let's get the second part of the modules. Modules are always great, especially late game. I'm all about modules. Everything will have modules inside, especially the oil build. Since we get oil for free, let's get some more splitters. There we go. And so far we still have no problems with our throughput. This one is going to produce roboports. Let's do a chest there, a passive provider. And as you can see, I'm starting to using the passive provider and smart inserters. That way I can start setting up logistics systems, which are quite useful, especially for the logistics network. So roboports, we're going to limit it to 2 slots. These stack by 5, so we would have 10 roboports in the system. But since I can't set any terms of logistics quite yet, we'll leave it like this. So that's that one. Productivity 2. And as you can see, we're starting to have problems with circuits. So let's get over to circuits. And all the belts are full, but we're just not outputting enough. So we're going to expand this setup in the next episode and make sure our belts are getting full again. For now I'll say goodbye, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.